I'm not that special. I felt like I just needed someone to be there with me. I think that there's something very human about we humans.
When I was younger, like any other teenager, I thought that the world revolved around me.
Full disclosure, it was not.
My problems were all that I could think of, and I isolated myself from others. I think a lot of us also go through a period of time when we think that we are alone and nobody understands our struggles. But as we go through life, we open up to people. We finally learn that at the core, we're all the same. So here are the 10 things, lessons, experiences, thoughts that have humanized and humbled me. And as the list goes on, it can get a little bit deep. So if you're not ready to feel things, we had a good run. Bye-bye. First of all, I realized that I'm very prone to injuries. If you know me, you know that I'm very fragile. I'm weak AF. I get physically hurt very easily everywhere. By myself or by others. It's very understandable. After all, we are all perishable beings. We get injured, we get hurt, and in those times, I think about how human it is for me to feel that pain. The second thing can be a little bit weird. It's folding clothes. I think that there's something very human about folding clothes. Something so simple but so beautiful about it. Like other chores, folding clothes slows you down in your otherwise very dynamic day. And I think it's something that only humans do. Fight me if you disagree. Number 3, I realized that like other people, I'm also very deeply affected by externalities. My thoughts and actions are mostly formed by the interactions I have with the life outside of me. Those experiences shape me into the person I am today. Same for everyone and everything else. We can't exist alone in the universe without affecting or being affected by other things. We are merely a part of a very interconnected life. Lesson number 4 is I realized how extensive my ego, my self-image is. As humans, we project our identity onto two things. Our physical bodies, the people around us, the clothes we wear, the teams we support, and we get upset when those extensions of our identities get criticized. And I'm no different. I get really upset if people don't respect my values, for example. In a way, we experience strong emotions because we're humans. We relate, we associate. On the other hand, we can also choose not to feel so strongly because instead of having a big identity, you can also have a very small and intangible identity. Another realizations I've had over the years is that I also need other human beings. When I first came to Winnipeg, I thought to myself that,
This is not bad. I can survive without having any friends.
Jerk.
my friends now would tell me all the time about how I was super cocky back then. I was very confident in the ability to enjoy myself and live alone. I thought I'm self-sufficient, that I'm independent. It was not false, but the truth is more than that. So yesterday, I had an appointment for a photo shoot. I didn't give myself enough time to prepare, so I was a mess. I forgot to bring many things. I didn't finish my face before leaving the house. So naturally, as the delicate flower that I am, I broke down. I felt like I just needed someone to be there with me. Like when I was at home, where I would get ready with my mom and my sister, or even with my friends. In a kind environment, we all can be so strong, so independent, so self-sufficient, but in vulnerable moments, we all need a support system. We need someone that we can trust, that we can express our child self, someone to tell us that everything will be okay when we forget to tell ourselves. The sixth moment that I realized that
I'm also a human being
is the moments where I cry for other people on screen, people on the news. I can get super emotional just by watching movies, advertisements, maybe because I can relate to their stories, but also sometimes when I don't, I just imagine what it would be like to be in their shoes. And as the fragile person that I am, my weak ass cannot bear the imagination of what those people have to go through, and it breaks down. Same goes for the people around me, which leads to my next point. What humbled me is having deep conversations with my friends and my family. I have had so many conversations with people throughout my life, but till this day I can remember vividly those conversations I had with my high school friends. Those are the moments where I thought to myself, oh, these people also go through the same things as I do and feel the same things as I do. And now when I'm more mature, I talk to my parents about everything. It humbles me to see my parents as the individuals that they are, that they have had experience in their life that shape the way they think, that shapes their actions. No matter what age, no matter what different ways we express our experience, at the end of the day, we are all individuals that go through the same basic experience that a human's supposed to have. We get hurt, we feel pain, we feel joy. That's why it's super important for you to have deep conversations with your people or with me if we've never had deep conversations. So number 8, from those conversations with the people around me, I realized that we all have doubts. We all experience uncertainties. As far as I can see, I don't think human beings can predict the future. And yes, we can study the past, project the patterns, the tendencies into the future, but that's not directly seeing the future. So eventually we learn to live with uncertainty. Even the people who seem so sure of themselves, we either lie to ourselves that we know what will happen next, or we accept that we don't know anything. Either way, we just have to do it. The things I realize that we all can do is, as humans, we have this ability to shape shift.
Shape-shift.
What do I mean by that? We can't see the future and we cannot change the past, but what we can do is decide the very next action that we can take. Our thoughts are malleable, our identities are fluid. We are free to get off the track that we were on to walk on another track. And by doing that, we are shape-shifting into a different existence, a different state of mind. We create a different course of actions and change the trajectory of our life. And last but definitely not least, I feel very human in those times when I realize that all we do is wasting time. When I was young, I learned about how we can live a good life. We have to do certain things in order to contribute to that good life. And if we do other things, it's considered time-consuming or we're wasting our time. But if there's really no point to living, nothing you do really contributes to any bigger vision of your life. It means everything we do is merely a distraction of the inevitable truth that life is meaningless. But why should it be depressing? When you're with me, everything has a positive twist to it. It's liberating, at least for me, to know that I can do whatever I love without judging myself that I'm wasting time or I'm not being productive. Because wasting time is all there's ever been. No escape. So from those lessons, and probably many more, I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not that special, which is a little bit sad, but on the bright side, I get to feel belonged. By feeling belong and connected to life, I feel comfortable to share my stories, and the way that each of us express our own experience is very unique. I can express my experience my way, and I think that's what makes us really special. So we can feel sad in the fact that we're humans, we're perishable, or we can find comfort in the fact that we are just another being in existence like any others. If we look at the bigger picture, our actions don't really matter. We could do anything with our time and decide how to spend our energy. I did it! Bye-bye! I hope that you feel humanized and humbled from my lessons, and I believe that a lot of people around me also have realized some of these facts. I just feel like pointing them out. Okay, bye-bye!